Now, is that something that you help in terms of Renegades? Do you help the boys like they're very very talented players, but when it came to online success and streaming and making their putting their name out there, was that all on them, or did Renegades have a part to play, um, and you have a part to play in that sort of growth?
I think they were all in different stages of, I guess, their social career, if that makes sense. So if I was to rewind back to about this time last year, before the team was signed to Renegades, I remember Jesse and Jordan were streaming. They were streaming smaller numbers, I think 30 concurrent viewers, and they were streaming consistently. So for me, I didn't have to do too much to help them because they already had themselves set up, if that made sense.
Yep.
Whereas Fresh had nothing.
Mm,
He wasn't streaming. He
I
didn't have
followed
any
his
video
journey.
content. Yeah, and it was interesting because the only reason why I found Fresh is he steams rolled me end of season one, in season three, somewhere around there. But I got steamrolled. Holy crap! I have not been steamrolled by anyone. So I quickly searched him up on that track, and I was like, okay, I can see why I lost him. Like the top player in certain categories, win rates, etc., etc. So I messaged him. I'm like, yeah, man, what the hell? And from there, it kind of made me curious. Like, is he streaming? Why is he not big? And I didn't see anything, and I was like, this is such a waste. Like, can't this you know become just a pro player and that's it? Like, got to get him out there to show his worth. So I chatted to him, and I realized, like, well, I can see why he can't do anything because his internet is preventing him from making any content. His computer. And so, I thought I'd help him out. Slowly just do montages. The first video was around about this time last year, about May of last year. I helped him make a montage, his name out there through any medium. So I just said, just make montages for now until you can stream. And then once you can stream, at least, he can be then self sufficient. So,
So you were obviously with the Renegades at that time.
yeah, well before they became Renegade, I
Yeah.
was just helping them out. Interesting times, I guess. And I think, fast forward to when they signed to Renegades, that helped a little bit with their, I guess, personal branding. And then fast forward to when Fresh was collaborating with Lachlan. That's when he started getting more attention from fan bases. And I think even in January, when the Twins and Fresh were at Australian Open, and then the Twins at Katowice. And I think the Twins' journey was different to Fresh. Every time they got hosted by someone over in the States, they started getting more followers, and then they'll consistently keep their brand. And Fresh releasing YouTube content was the greatest thing how I guess happened for them because then you've got that streaming to your YouTube, and then you through that way. And I think that now when I think about Fresh the Twins, I don't really have to do too much for them now because they're set up, they're self sufficient.
Yep.
If they need my help, I'm there to help them. But I still talk to them on a regular basis, and so I think it's all about hand holding people on their journey.
Being their dad.
And yeah, essentially being there and present. One thing that I noticed a lot, especially in the Fortnite scene and in this region, is there are a lot of talented players, but they just don't have someone to guide them in the right direction, or their direction is very
uh, Ambiguous.
yeah. And you need to stand out, and if you can't stand out, you're just another person. And I think that for the Twins, they had that niche market already. Two people streaming at once, the Twins. It was a great branding, so they didn't need my help. So they grew, and I think I'm proud to say that I didn't have to do too much with them. They're smart in the sense that they kind of knew what they were doing. So for them, it was just if they needed help in certain aspects of them. Whereas Fresh, it was just trying to get his exposure out. Him joining Click, those guys then helping him grow or accelerate his growth.
So
There was his success.